$100,000 fundraiser for the Blind to Billionaire community. In other words, you right here in this community. I had a wild idea which I want to run past you in this video, so let's get into it right now. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video. As I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm continuously doing anything I possibly can to get more ideas and to help out everybody in this community in any way that I possibly can, as well as coming back every single day with all the latest updates as information is changing very rapidly right now, especially as it pertains to all of these packages, proposals, amendments, announcements, reform to different programs, talk about stimulus packages, and so much else that is going on out there right now. I want to make sure that you stay tuned with all of the latest updates, and I will continue to be here for you with all those updates as I do all this research on your behalf and I distill it all down into these short videos. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe right down below. I am your one and only daily advocate, and I'm here for you every single day in any way that I possibly can be. All right, thank you so much. I truly do appreciate it. Let's get into it and explore this wild idea that I've been bouncing around in my head for the last couple of days now, and I want to share it with you because I'm starting to get a little bit excited. Do you ever have that, by the way? You ever have that where you think of an idea and all of a sudden you start thinking about it and you're like, nah, I don't love it. And then you start thinking about it and you start to get a little bit excited. And after a day or two, you're like, I'm super jacked up right now. I want to do it, right? You ever have that? I don't know about you, but I certainly do all the time. In fact, I have tons of ideas. I have to say the vast majority of my ideas are probably really bad. In fact, I've proven to myself that many times my ideas are really bad. But the idea is I have a lot of them bouncing around all the time. I'm always trying to figure out whatever I can possibly do to help out these all of you right here in this community in any way at all. But let me share with you my new idea here that I've been playing with for a little while now, a couple of days, and I'm kind of curious to hear your feedback. So please leave me your feedback down below. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, again, let me know. I'm not going to judge anybody here. I'm asking for your feedback. If you don't like it at all, let me have it. Seriously, let me know because I want to hear from you, and ultimately, this would be for you in the end of the day anyway. So let me just kind of give you some of the parameters. Now, I'm going to be totally transparent with you right here, right now. I'm not going to give all the details on my idea quite yet. I'm not ready to release everything, but I can release enough about the idea that it should give you enough to be able to kind of play around with it and think, okay, I like it, or no, get rid of it and come up with something else. So I ran this by my wife, Corey. I said, what do you think of this? Do you kind of like it, or what do you say? And she's like, it'd be fun. It'd be a lot of work. It would be, maybe a success, or maybe it would yield absolutely nothing. But again, we don't know unless you try, right? Here's what my idea is. As I've told you so many times in all my videos, I'm continuously doing anything I possibly can to help out everybody in this community. I do these giveaways as often as I possibly can. I do these code words that I embed into the videos where I give $100 away to, 3-4 people in the videos when I embed those code words. I do these $1,000 giveaways every so often. Again, another one coming soon. Stay tuned for that. But here's what my idea is. Now again, kind of stick with me on this. I'm kind of just doing this on the fly a little bit. I do not have all the parameters of this hammered out or ironed out quite yet. It's honestly still very, very new. I don't know a lot of the answers quite yet, but I still want to run this by you. All right, so here's the idea. I'm trying to figure out a way, actually, I have the way in my head already. Again, I don't want to reveal it quite yet of how I would do this, but I'm thinking about starting up a $100,000 fundraiser for all of you right here in this community. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally understand. There's about 340,000 subscribers here on the channel. It's just under 340, but we're pretty much at 340. At 340,000 subscribers here. So I get it. $100,000 wouldn't exactly reach everybody, right? Everybody would get like what, 33 cents? Yeah, that's not going to get you too far, right? However, I'm trying to figure out what like if this would be a feasible idea to run forward and do this $100,000 fundraiser. Now again, it could be way more than that, but that would be my goal, would be to try to raise $100,000 and then give it away to everybody. Well, let me rephrase that. Not everybody, because obviously, like I just said, $100,000 would only get everybody about 33 cents a piece. And we all know 33 cents will get you maybe a stick of gum these days. It's probably not going to get you much, right? But anyway, Basically, what I would do is I'd take that 100,000 in the event we actually got that much. That would be amazing. It'd be a huge sum of money. But my point is basically do whatever I can to start up this fundraiser. Again, I have a pretty good idea of how I would want to structure this. And again, not necessarily asking for money from people right here in the channel. I mean, if you wanted to, that'd be cool too. But basically trying to extend the reach and basically just lay it out and say, hey, I'm the one and only daily advocate for about 340,000 people here on the channel. I'm trying to raise 100 grand, and then I'm basically going to give it away in little $200 batches out to about 500 people is what it calculates out to. So yeah, you can see here, again, we can play with these numbers a little bit, but essentially I'm kind of looking at it as maybe $200 a piece for probably like 500 people. So again, that's a far cry from how many people are really here in the community and how many people really need support right now. But I thought, what would it be? Like, would $50 do it? No, $50 probably is not going to do anything for a whole lot of people. It would certainly be helpful, but it's not going to be much. I thought, what about $100? Again, $100 is great, but it wouldn't really be like, oh, the difference between my fridge is full this month or like, oh, I got a little bit more food, right? So I kind of thought, what if we did like $200 for 500 people? So again, these numbers can be played with a little bit more, but basically I just played around with this idea and thought, let's just set the goal at 100 grand and see if we could potentially raise $100,000 and then basically just do something and figure out a way to get all that money to basically 500 people here on the channel. And again, the more that I talk about this, the more I think, I should probably just stop talking and just delete this video and just kind of be done with it, because honestly, 500 people would still be great, but at the end of the day, it's only helping out, a very small percentage of the people here in the community. But anyway, so I almost feel like the more that I talk about this, I'm actually glad I'm making this video right now, because realistically, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I might just delete this video, because sitting here and actually talking through this out loud is actually helping me kind of figure out, is this something that I should actually pursue or not? And helping out 500 people would be amazing, but it makes me really figure out or wonder what I can do on a much larger scale to actually get everybody in this community the relief that is needed right now, versus trying to do, something to help out 500 people. And don't get me wrong, 500 would still be amazing, but what can we do on a much larger scale? Of course, I haven't ran the numbers on this, but it would be in the millions. I don't know what the actual numbers would be, but it would probably be in the millions of dollars that we would need to get substantial relief to every single person here in the community. And then we'd have to deal with the whole, distribution of it and everything like that. And again, that would be something for someone way smarter than me, because I'm not really sure how we'd even pull that off. But again, it can all be done. Yeah, like the old saying goes, if there's a will, there's a way, right? Obviously, people can figure it out, because the IRS distributed, 171 million stimulus checks in the last round. So yeah, obviously the capability is out there to send out money to large sums of people simultaneously. But anyway, so the whole moral of the story is I'm trying to figure out a way, and I kind of have an idea on this. Again, the more that I talk about this, I feel like, I should probably just tell you what my idea is. But I'm going to say this much. The main reason why I'm not really revealing it quite yet is because of the lemmings here on YouTube. Not any of you, but the other people who watch my videos and who basically just copy my videos every single day. It gets to be incredibly annoying. There's a bunch of them out there. I like to call them the lemmings, just because they obviously don't do their own research and they basically just copy everything I do. But anyway, so I didn't want to really reveal all the details yet, because the lemmings might get a hold of it and, try to do their own thing. Honestly, that's just me thinking out loud. Again, I might just delete this video, because there's honestly no point in even really posting this at this point anymore. But anyway, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this. Even if I post this video, I'm not even sure if I will or anything. I might just delete it. Who knows? Maybe I'll leave it up for like a couple hours and then just delete it after that. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet. But basically, let me know your thoughts. Do you think this would be a cool thing to actually try to work toward? See if I can possibly raise $100,000? Again, might be kind of hard. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money to try to raise. And again, especially from me, how do they know that I'm not just going to pocket the money and just disappear? I can tell you this much. I'm not going to do that. I would never, ever do that. If I had to go through all the steps of raising money to try to give away to people here in the community, I can promise you one thing, I'm not going to take any of it. In fact, I would probably start it out with a few $1,000s of seed money just to kind of get it going and say, here's my commitment to this. I'll start it out with, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000, whatever I'd possibly have at the time to get it going. But, kind of a cool idea. So let's just leave it there for now. Again, I don't want to release too many of the details on this, but if I released all of it, I think it'd be a little bit more enticing than me just kind of sitting here rambling, talking about how I wanted to raise 100 grand and see if I could give it away to people here on the channel. But here's what it does for me now. As I sit here and talk my way through this, it makes me feel like, what can I do to raise way more? Or what can we do realistically to get Congress or somebody to actually just send out a stimulus check and just make it easier for all of us, rather than us or me and everybody here in the community trying to come together and trying to, figure out how can we get a bunch of money that we can distribute to everybody here on the channel, right? Does that make sense? It'd be way easier if Congress would just, I don't know, maybe just do what they should be doing. We shouldn't really have to beg for them to get this stimulus out to the people, especially the lower income and the fixed income. It just seems so obvious what needs to be done right now. But again, at the end of the day, it just doesn't really seem like they have that ability at this point, or maybe they don't really care. I don't really know. I'm not going to jump to assumptions or conclusions, things like that. But anyway, so wow. This was just like a completely pointless video, it seems to be. So anyway, you know what? I'm going to leave it there for now. There's no point to continue talking about this at this point. But anyway, if I even post this video, let me know down below. I'm just going to keep talking and wrap this thing up, just because in the event I post it, at least it's a completed video. If I don't, then fine, I'll just delete it. Not a big deal. But anyway, I'll probably go back and watch this video of my own just to see how ridiculous this even sounds. Just because it probably makes absolutely no sense at this point, and probably everybody thinks that I'm just a crazy person with a camera, right? Yeah, pretty much is true. All right, anyway. If you're still here, make sure to subscribe down below. I'm working on stuff here. I'm trying to do what I can here. I want to help out everybody in this community. Rather than just doing research on a daily basis and just boiling it all down into these short videos, I actually want to do something where, on a much larger scale. I'm trying to do what I can here. I'm just one person though, so I can only do so much, right? Just doing what I can though. But anyway, subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and feel free to go back and check out any of the other 2,100 or so videos here on the channel. And let's bring Corey in for the list of shoutouts right here in this video. And remember, that list of shoutouts is pulled right out of the fan club. If you're interested in checking that out, there's a link down below in the description. Otherwise, at the top of the comment section, there is a link there as well if you want to join the list for shoutouts right here in our videos. So, thanks for watching this apparently completely pointless video. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I might just post it just to see what kind of response I get from this. And who knows, maybe I'll just delete it. Maybe I'll post it for a couple hours and delete, or maybe I'll just post it and just so that everybody can see, sometimes I'm just a fool. I don't know. So, we'll see. Yes, this is me, by the way, playing with my silver coin that I fiddle around with every time I record. So, anyway, I like playing with it. It's kind of a little fiddle toy. So, anyway, enjoy, and Corey, take it away. I'll catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you.
Today's shoutouts are Lillian Alland, Lucindy Baker, Mindy Fuller, Kathy Ormsby, Suzanne Fulbright, Maybella aka Maygirl, Teresa Brewer, Sky Rob, Imogene Tibbetts, Jose Mendez, Pamela Stewart, Bob Lee, Angie Hinkle, Jarita Duckworth, James Johnson, Robert Rivas, and Sharon Ianni. Thank you for being members of the fan club.